Bauchi State to do the same. And based on the conversation we had yesterday, I had revelations on how TME came to Bauchi, how that cement company came to Bauchi. And when they told me that you can call His Excellency 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and you will speak to him, and he will ask you to come tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. I hired a private jet and moved to Abuja for them to get facilitation. So I started wondering, Honorable Commissioner of Commerce, whether we actually need that investment promotion agency, or we can just situate it in the office of the government. So I mentioned to some of the investors when they come to that stage, by the tomorrow morning, they will leave to our residence because the government is not there. Lastly, Mr. President, the former president, challenged us to embrace PPP and also to have good leadership. And he ended now about 2 states as the action governor. After that, we received a speech by His Excellency, the Governor of Bauchi State, the Governor of Bauchi. His speech mainly was about his vision for the states, anchored around his plans, his policies, his projects, and his people. And he has given us assurance that as long as he's the governor of the states, this will work. And he's putting machineries in motion. I have seen some that this will continue. And at the same time, he assured the people of Bauchi State that all these things we are doing at the end of the day is an investment. We are going to reap it from our small and medium enterprises, our job, a presentation by him, and his presentation for 10 areas. One, he highlighted the effort of the federal government to stabilize the economy, which I've already mentioned this. If you know what this present government inherited from the last administration, you will know that they have inherited fairly a collapsed economy. And if Nigerians knew what Nigerian economy was by the middle of 2023, if we know it internally and externally, if that information is available to the public, by now, we cannot talk about recovery of this economy by now. But thank God we were able to at least get where we are, even though still we are not yet out of the wood, and we still have to continue to do more in terms of people-oriented policy. And he has also mentioned his the federal government's unwavering support to the government of Bauchi State, and he ended by also emphasizing that Bauchi is blessed with a performing governor. So at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, this was a general conversation. I'm not trying to repeat what everybody has said, but we had some takeaways. About 5, which is going to form a key aspect of our community. First is to emphasize post-summit activities. 2, to focus on high potential value chain, especially rice. We're going to hear more. Issues of governance cannot be taken for granted. Issues of partnership, government and private, and partnership within the private sector itself, partnership between states and the federal is something that also we cannot take for granted. And lastly, ladies and gentlemen, whatever we do in terms of these transformative investments should be tied to the micro, small, and medium enterprises in Bauchi State so that we can create jobs and economic opportunities for the people of Bauchi State. So ladies and gentlemen, this is a major highlight of what transpired yesterday, and we look forward to a fruitful deliberations today. Thank you so much.
Today I'm for Professor Sagani. He has done a wonderful job of recapping day 1 of the Bauchi Investment Summit. Before we introduce the panelists on agricultural sector, I've been directed to call on some of our sponsors for this summit to come and have just two minutes of some encouraging statements from them. May I start with the First Bank of Nigeria PLC. First Bank PLC. You will recall the First Bank Managing Director and his Executive Director were here throughout because yesterday the MD Olusegun Alebiosu was here. But for today, any of the representatives of the bank is kindly requested to come forward to speak as a sponsor of this summit. If the First Bank Director is not here, we will move to the second sponsor, Tiani Farms Limited.